Hi guys, tonight whilst I still have the beautiful spring, or probably should be almost summer sun, coming into the window, I have a little bit more time to do just a very quick film, hoping little one won't be shouting because I've just put him to bed, and I thought I'd squeeze a quick one in. And I wanted to talk not about one specific bag, but about a specific type of bags. And was surprised we're talking Mulberry again. But as I said, specific type of bag. They are not that common now. It's more of a vintage thing, but you get a couple of designs still in their finish. And before I either bore you or kill you in the suspense, I'm just going to show you quickly. Basically what I'm talking about is the Scotchgrain finish. And what it is, excuse me, sometimes I've seen these bags advertised as leather. It is not a leather. It is a coated canvas. So it is something woven, which is then coated. I assume it's some sort of vinyl or something applied to it. And the characteristic of the Mulberry ones is that it has this sort of pebbled effect, which gives it quite a sort of natural look because it's uneven, it's not symmetrical. It looks like pebble dashing almost. This one is in a dark blue, and what's really great about this is that it's very robust. It is fine with water, so if you're worried about normally putting down your bag and it might be a bit wet or a bit dirty or whatever, not a problem with this, because I don't know whether I would say it's waterproof, because I'm not sure whether water would come through bits where it's sewn, edges or whatever, but through this material the water won't come through, I would say. Now talking about the edges, they tend to be all the trims and like the straps and the edges and stuff, that tends to be done in the leather. So on this one actually it's done in a coordinating colour. So we've got the dark blue or sort of navy coloured Scotch grain, and we've got a very dark blue leather with the white stitching and a sweet little satchel. And I would have said, well, I'm not very that clued up on the times, but I think from other finishes I've seen, probably 90s or so, I think they were using this lining, the fabric in the sort of check, the Mulberry check. Now another bag I've got here is, and I happened to come across one in a shop which was on sale, so I think I can say with a certain degree of confidence that this is a Breton East-West. So a Breton is, I've actually happened to have one here, hold on. Sorry, very well prepared, haha. But this is a Breton style, and this is in a black Congo leather. And this one is an East-West, and the East-West is usually where the bags are wider. So this one is proportionally a little bit wider, and it has a shoulder strap with it and sort of short toed handles. Again, it is done in a Scotch grain. In this case, it is done in a sort of it's almost like a khaki colour, but I think it's what they call mole. So it's like grey, mole grey, but actually it does look more green. Maybe I'm wrong here. It could be more sort of a khaki greenish colour. I don't have a care card or anything for this to tell me the colour or what that might be called. But I think the trim in that leather is called cognac, that colour. And this bag also opens really wide. It's actually a really nice work bag, probably because you get really organised in there. Lots of little compartments, zip compartment there, and there's like a little compartment here with little tab over. There's an elasticated one. Actually, maybe this is even supposed to be like a toiletry bag, or maybe it's a baby bag. I have no idea, but I think it'd be a fab work bag because you've got lots of different compartments. Anyway, it's besides the point. I really just wanted to say it's the check fabric. Again, lined in the check fabric. And one of the remarkable qualities of this, as I said, is the fact that it's so robust. So you don't have to worry about staining or watermarks or anything on that, and also if it gets dirty you can just wipe it down with a damp cloth or maybe even a baby wipe and just let it dry basically. Whereas the leather you will probably want to treat with your usual leather care, your colonial or anything like that. So I guess you could use the spray on the whole thing and just give the rest of the bag a bit of a wipe, or you could use the gel or the cream just on the leather trim. I'd probably check with Mulberry just to make sure you're not using anything that will damage it. But this feels fairly robust, so I would say the cream or the gel, you'd be fine with both, would be my personal opinion. So that's the West Breton. And then I've got a lovely piece here, which is a rucksack, which apart from the Cara, really, you don't see an awful lot of rucksacks, but correct me if I'm wrong, at Mulberry. And this one has, like the Cara, canvas straps. It's in the navy, but this time we don't have the leather trim in the, what did I say earlier, in the dark blue. This one is the leather trim. Just let me, so they're not on top of each other. This one is the leather trim, again in the cognac, and it looks really nice because they've sewn it. The stitching is all done in yellow, so it's nice and contrasting. See the little mulberry tree there, the coin there. It's lovely, nice detailing. And actually what I really like here in terms of usability, because I'm a practical girl at heart, is that this outside pocket is fully lined in the Scotch grain. So it's not just you then in. So I think this is a really great rucksack to have when you're out and about, a festival or something like that, because I think it's really, really robust. There's very little leather actually on show. The bit that is there, I doubt you'll notice if it gets particularly stained or anything like that. Really nice, thick leather. Such a great usable bag, really. And the last one I'm going to show you is actually one that I'm showing you last, because you can kind of get variations of this still currently, and it's big, at Mulberry, and that's the clipper. This is the medium-sized clipper, and it's, I'm just trying, I thought it was the same colour, but it's not. This is more green, and this is more sort of a brownish grey colour. I think this is mole, and this is, yeah, like a khaki colour. This one I love because of the detailing again. It comes with a padlock and keys, and just in the just like in the Del Rey, where you can zip it closed and pop this through there. You put the padlock through the end, and it's actually locked up, which actually is quite useful for a travel bag. Whereas I would say with a little handbag, especially since it's only an ornamental lock, it's probably fairly pointless. You've got a little tag on here where you put your address in. You've got the coin on here, so it's just really nice detailing, and it does come with a leather shoulder strap. Now the difference to what they're selling at the moment is I haven't seen any currently with the leather trim. The fact that this is lined, and I've stuffed some cushions in here, otherwise it folds together kind of thing, in that fabric, again tells me it's a few years old. Don't ask me how old exactly, but so it's clearly a vintage item. But I really couldn't tell you when they stopped producing this with a leather trim, as opposed to now. I believe these bits, the handles and the long leather strap as well, sorry, the long shoulder strap is done in canvas, kind of like this, like a woven robust canvas. So might be more comfortable on the shoulder, might be more comfortable to carry, but I know I would probably prefer to have one with all the leather trim, just because it's really nice. I think it has feet. Yeah, it has feet at the bottom. Really strong corners. Lovely bag. So anyway, I guess by the choice of the styles that they actually did out of this material, you can already see they made full use really of the fact that it is so robust. Travel, oh actually yeah, I think one other item that you can still get is little travel trolleys. So the travel items obviously work really well, but a rucksack and a bag that, as I said, I'm not sure what this is, but that could be used in a sort of daily commute. It's not a pretty bag to go out with, although it is quite nice. you know, you want a material that's really robust and doesn't stain or whatever. So anyway, slightly rambled because I didn't really think this through like I usually don't. But there you go, Scotch grain, classic from Mulberry. You get most of them just as vintage items, but the clippers and some of the travel items you still get in the store, so worth looking out for if you want uncomplicated and easy care. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Bye.